Three-bottle man bar at the Marriott. When you're a hotel that enjoys as enviable a location as this one, just a short stroll from Circular Quay, the Rocks and the Opera House, you can safely get away with calling yourself the Sydney Harbour Marriott. But, in an increasingly competitive Sydney hotel market, canny nomenclature is not enough, and, in spending $15 million on an overdue and generally impressive refurbishment of the three-decade-old, 595-room hotel, its owners have elevated its formerly relatively low profile. The space, along with the food and beverage outlets, the main public areas of the 32-story, five-star hotel, have been attractively renovated and upgraded, and not a moment too soon. The large centerpiece open space in the atrium is now dominated by the 120-seat Sylvester's, a restaurant named after a former butchery that once occupied the hotel site, creating some welcome ambience. The room This is where the hotel falters, albeit slightly. With the hotel a product of the architecture of the late 1980s, my irregular-shaped, low-ceilinged on-a-bedroom suite feels dated, even though the Sydney Harbour Marriott's rooms were renovated in 2011 with a rather small and unimpressive bathroom. Even the view of the harbour and the Opera House, combined with some attractive furnishings and offbeat, Sydney-themed artwork, don't quite compensate. But, when you consider the hotel's superb location and its new restaurants and bars, it's a quibble. The Sydney Harbour Marriott Hotel has had a $15 million transformation. The food That multi-million-dollar refurbishment includes 3 new and upgraded dining and imbibing venues, a cafe bar, three-bottle man, customs house bar, a pub popular with office workers, and Sylvester's. The most impressive of the trio is Three-Bottle Man, which opens out, with alfresco seating, onto historic Bulletin Place. Three-Bottle Man is named They love their names here at the Marriott after the 18th century British Prime Minister, William Pitt, as is the street outside the hotel. An alcoholic, Pitt was notorious for being a three-bottle-a-day man, as he always carried 3 bottles of liquor with him. The hotel's public relations literature about him is somewhat more forgiving in its explanation of the name. A cafe by day, Three-Bottle Man neatly transforms itself into a bar after dark. Every hotel should have one. Stepping out from this hotel, Sydney is your rock oyster, and the site of Three-Bottle Man used to be occupied by an oyster bar. Aside from the aforementioned iconic attractions, Sydney's harbourside cultural assets such as the Museum of Contemporary Art, Opera's House, the Ruslan Packer Theatre at Walsh Bay, are all within easy walking distance. Ferries, trains, water taxis and sightseeing boats depart day and night from the Circular Quay transport hub. The verdict: despite being a stalwart central business district hotel for 3 decades, the Sydney Harbour Marriott hasn't received the attention or notoriety of its Emerald City rivals such as, say, the Four Seasons, Park Hyatt or Sheraton on the Park. But a stylish, well-considered revamp, particularly in respect to Three-Bottle Man, has taken this establishment to near the top tier of Sydney hotels. All in all, this is a wonderfully convenient hotel for the interstate or international visitor, as well as for staycation-minded Sydneysiders wanting to reconnect with their city and its harbour. Essentials doubles from $640. Sydney Harbour Marriott, 30 Pitt Street, Sydney. PH 029259 7000. See Marriott.com. Anthony Dennis was a guest of Sydney Harbour Marriott. Highlight: location, location, location. Views, views, views. There are few better located Sydney hotels than this one, with a trio of new and updated venues adding luster. Low light despite some attempts to spruce them up, and the harbour views afforded from some of them, the guest room fell just short of 5-star standard.